Welcome to episode 3 of the What's on Your Mind podcast. With me, as always, Fabius Shipman, Ethan Cesars, Justin Cesars, and standing at 6'1", 180 pounds, Seth Kirsch.
He's 190. He's maybe 162 soaking wet. Look at him.
Nah, get the fuck out of here.
That's a small. Look how big it looks on him.
Disrespectful.
Busting out of this.
Those are my arms.
No,
tricep.
180 straight up.
All
All right, well, we got a lot to talk about today. We originally had a whole agenda, and then with a couple of headlines hitting the news today, that kind of just got, put to rest. So since it took us forever to start with this last time, we're going to get right to the chase. We're going to start with What's on Your Mind. Who would like to go first?
Wait, it's Thursday, January 30th, by the way.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, we got to start
January
documenting that.
6:11
p.m.
6:11 p.m. on a Thursday.
So any pick from here on out is guaranteed.
A lock.
A lock.
A lock kizzy.
I'm locked up.
All right, Evan, what's on your mind?
What's on my mind? Well, today I learned that apparently the Cubs have one of the best teams in the MLB,
You're getting lied to.
which actually we're tied with the Yankees for one of the best teams in the league according to
Okay.
Hold on, let me finish.
Now
Let
I
me
know
finish.
you're tripping.
Let me finish.
Because we aren't either.
All right, restart.
And cut these lies.
Anyway, the MLB is getting ready to announce the top 100, and they put out like a little sneak peek, if you will, of what teams have the most players on the list. It went Dodgers, obviously number 1 with 9. Atlanta Braves have 7, and then tied for third with 6 players each were the San Diego Padres, the New York Yankees, and the Chicago Cubs. So
Name the 6.
if I had to guess off the top of my head, Kyle Tucker, Shota Imanaga, Justin Steele, Ian Happ, Seiya Suzuki. Look up actual stats. He's actually one of the better hitters.
I'm just a hater.
Anyway, and then probably either Dansby or Nico. I'm gonna guess probably Dansby just off his name and career in the league. And Vanderbilt, right? Vanderbilt legend. Yeah. So I guess that makes me optimistic going into the season. And then apparently we're very hot on Dylan Cease right now, so I think it would be absolutely hilarious if the Cubs brought back Cease, somehow, by the grace of God, won a World Series, so then we could, after all these years, laugh back at Sox fans and say that we won the trade because we got Jose Quintana, who helped us get to an NLCS title, and then all these years later, win a World Series with Dylan Cease after all.
There's no reason to laugh at White Sox fans.
No, that's true. That would be a bad form of bullying.
Laughing at the kid who's like, never mind.
We'll let our viewers finish that sentence any way they see fit. But yeah, I guess so. Just weirdly getting excited for spring training, especially because today it was like 50 degrees, and you kind of just
start thinking about it.
Yeah, start thinking about warm weather and baseball and stuff. So,
Okay,
off top. Okay.
I have 0.
I can't even talk smack back at that because the Brewers have actually been the class
They
of the
own you
division
guys.
for the last 5-6 years.
Not too much to show for it, but
I mean that still more than we can.
we're there. But we're there.
So I think that's about all I got.
Hell yeah.
Who should I pass the baton to?
I'll just go real quick
Yeah,
before I do my what's on my mind.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not gonna say it yet. But speaking of 50 degrees, Evan, I went golfing today, and when you think about the state of Wisconsin, it's always fucking 2 degrees through the first 3 months of the year for some reason. And I got to golf today, and I'm just really, really thankful because I have a 1 handicap, and I'm the best golfer.
He doesn't know what a handicap is or how to get to that point where you.
I know you're handicapped. That's what I do know. That beard is handicapped. That's what it is.
That's true. That's true. That is true.
But what's on my mind? I had a question for all of you. Fucking my question.
It's in your phone.
Let's find that out real quick. What's on Fabius's mind? Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So it's hard to word this because I messed it up in my notes. But how many professional players do you think, or how many non-professional players do you think could play in a sport if they dedicated all their time to? And when I say that, I'm talking about the semi-pro guys. I'm talking about when Michael Jordan was talking about his brother.
Hold on, I'll rephrase that.
All right, I'll rephrase it.
No, sorry, you go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like,
What's the range
how many
here?
non-professional sports players,
Okay.
or just, I don't want to say average Joes on the street, but the guy.
Division 3 guys, Division 2 guys.
My mind first went to like actors or something too.
Oh, actor.
Okay.
Chris Hemsworth did. You seen his delt muscle? He could throw a football.
Yeah, but
No, but
There's some
get back to my
enhancements.
damn question. How many non-professional sports players do you think could compete in the professional league if they dedicated all their time to that sport?
I think they'd make up like
well,
0.2% of a league.
aren't the non-professional sports players you're talking about already kind of
what I'm saying.
dedicating their
It's like
time
minor
to the
league
sport?
baseball players
So it's a
dedicate
mix.
their
So
entire
everybody
life.
always has that guy on the street where they're like, man, I knew Thomas, boy, that boy could throw the ball 38 yards, running backwards.
It's a really common thing for people from like Texas and Florida to say that if only they had their shot, they would be there.
I just think about how many.
And
like,
you got a question, maybe.
I only think about how many like 6-8 people I've seen where then they're just like, all I did was work on the farm. I'm like, damn.
Why?
Like, those are the only people I think
size,
of.
yeah.
Well, actually,
block.
I guess I don't know because I can't really think of like too many like. I guess I would have to think of players that played in college that for whatever reason didn't end up going pro. But if we're gonna talk about local legends, let me plug back from my childhood from Faith Christian School, Josh Sass. I don't know if you two have ever heard of him. He
Never heard of
he was like 2009. So I guess yeah, he was before
Josh
your brother.
Sass.
Dude,
Faith Christian graduated the most random shout out
I
of all
swear
time.
the only Faith
Look at
Christian
the stats.
basketball player to ever actually dunk. But he was the first high school player I ever saw dunk in game
You're gonna
in
do that
person.
to Joe Ingersoll?
What's that?
You're gonna do that to Joe Ingersoll?
Joe, I love you if you watch this, but I never saw
Alex
Joe.
Caesar's name hasn't been mentioned yet.
He accidentally dunked. He just jumped and it was there.
I think Alex was taller. Alex was taller than Josh Sass and couldn't dunk.
I don't think he ever dunked. I don't think he ever dunked.
But
I know that's what we're talking about. Also,
Just learned Faith Christian hasn't had over 100 kids in their high school ever.
well, I mean, nobody ever said they were.
no, that's
Cream
just
of
a
the crop.
wild thing.
No, it is.
Wait, when did this guy play?
2000. I think his senior year was 2009, 2008 to 2009.
Oh, saw me a year off. What's his name?
Josh Sass.
Oh, the Mons was already.
You guys remember
There's
those
Ben
twins
Sass.
from East?
Oh, that was his younger brother. You're gonna have to go backwards.
Yeah.
Who's the twins from East Pro? You remember them?
The tall.
Oh yeah, they went to UWM,
What's that?
UW Milwaukee.
I have no idea what their names actually are, but I
remember those guys?
remember.
Who?
Dude, yeah, I played them and it was a joke.
I never knew what they
Twin
looked like
Towers.
from the jump. Like,
All right, hold on.
I don't think I've ever seen them. Let me finish up, Justin. Damn it! But whenever I envisioned them, the way that people talked about them was 2 6'8" Greek god twins that tortured the
East
world.
Troy?
Yeah,
They were white.
I know, Greek god, dude. Come on, huh? Light skinned Greeks. But every
Basically.
time I envisioned them, they were just like these smooth, slick back dudes, 6'8", and could dunk from the 3-point line. How the way that people talked about them in our town. That's what I consider a local legend. That every time somebody mentions them, you're like, never would I ever try and step on the
Try to test.
Actually, I think I do have another one. Whoever, I don't know his name, but whoever was like 2 years above Tyler Hero at Whitnall. Because I remember we had basketball scrimmages at Union Grove. And I don't know if you guys remember, Whitnall was there. And there was a guy who was a senior that year that was supposed to be really, really good. But people also mentioned, oh, yeah, there's this kid who's a sophomore who's also like Tyler Hero, who's supposed to be really good too. But everyone was there to watch this one guy who was a senior. I have no idea who his name, but if he was that good and if Tyler Hero went pro, then I don't know what happened to this guy.
Probably doesn't exist.
Guy, I'm sorry you didn't get your shot.
We're talking about high school.
We're
school
talking about whatever. Dude.
I don't like
Nobody
this
knows
segment.
what high school sport. Wisconsin.
John Alder. John Alder should have gone pro.
Okay, we're talking about high school basketball. Fabia Shipman, Summer League legend. I swear to God, you walk
Summer
into
League
the gym.
merchant.
You walk into the gym and see this guy. He was scoring 2 points a game. I promise you.
Minimum.
I promise you.
That's
he was
that's a
fouling out.
guaranteed.
If they called fouls how you were supposed to in summer league, he would have
You
fouled out
couldn't
every
foul
game.
out in summer league.
He would have fouled out every game.
Well, just for the people to know, I went JV freshman year at 5'6" and 3/4. So I don't care what anybody else says.
Tell him,
So
Faye.
it's
5'4",
just- let me
280.
tell these guys what's up. Probably could have went varsity if I really cared. Because
Hey, you know what?
I'm a shooter at heart, but just not on the court. You know, it's one of those things that you run into because I got a bad thumb, and that's the issue with why I wasn't a real shooter on the court.
I remember Phoenix Middle School getting to hear Fabius Shipman leading the team in rebounds.
Dude, I heard about that stuff all the time from you guys too. I'm like, my guys, is Fabius really good at basketball? Like, dude, he gets so many rebounds. I'm like,
Heard his name on the announcements every week.
If you're on the announcements, you must be something special, and that's why I'm going to leave it. I mean, I'm on the announcements. And now, Fabian Shipman, 3 rebounds. That's all it took for those games.
No, I think you're getting like 11, 12.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
Solid.
I finished with probably over 100 at 5'6" and 3/4. But
Yeah.
that's nobody's business how tall I am. It's just the fact that I was doing it. I was doing big boy things. I was the Shaq of a Phoenix middle school in Wisconsin. So, holler at me, Lakers.
somebody had to be it. Each school needs their Shaq, and you were that kid.
He's black.
Well, it's
I identify as a white man. At 5'6".
Good man.
it's like a low impact
respect
on that. Yeah.
It's wild.
All right. Anybody else got any other players that they think should have gone pro?
None that I know of.
Michael Vick's brother?
Oh, you know what? You remember Dave Chappelle talking about his brother?
No.
He said his brother was, or his cousin. He was, or fuck. Never mind. Let me. Someone else talk. Let me fucking go. It was someone else's brother. They talking about a crack addict. It was like you yell something at him. You yell the police are coming. He's running a fucking 4.240 down the street.
Another thing I'd like to say is the difference between basketball or NBA players and NFL players. Everybody always talks about how, I could play in the NBA as an NFL player. Who was it? Deshaun Jackson said he could, and Allen Iverson.
He said it?
Yeah, because he was
He
trying to run
shouldn't
if not Nick Young. Who's the dude? That's
Sean Jackson can barely.
Hey, did
play.
you guys know that Jimmy Graham played college basketball?
For my
Damn.
I did.
No, I've
Dude.
never heard any NFL broadcaster or anybody ever say that.
in my life?
It's crazy, isn't it? Learn something new every day.
But no,
Every day.
I know. I can think of NBA players who have said they can play in the NFL. Like Anthony
Anthony
Edwards
Edwards, dude?
said
Oh
he
my
could.
God.
LeBron's always said,
Dude.
"Oh yeah, maybe I'll try out for the Cowboys or
When
something."
Kevin Durant said he could play wide receivers, like, dude, you
No.
take a hit from the
Dude,
kicker, he's snapping.
respectfully-
Ligaments are
Respectfully, LeBron is an all-pro receiver.
Maybe.
maybe.
No, maybe.
Maybe.
I'd take Blake
If
Griffin over
LeBron quit, you're a fucking dumbass.
You're out of your mind. Blake Griffin?
Blake Griffin is.
Blake Griffin's 206
I think Blake Griffin could have been a Kelsey type player, athletic tight end.
Put him at left tackle.
How much is he?
Currently. He's out of the league.
Yeah, out of not his current. That's what I'm saying. Look at his weight.
Justin's having an aneurysm.
Blake Griffin. How much does LeBron weigh compared to Blake Griffin?
Blake Griffin, his max weight was listed
LeBron
at
James
250.
weight.
Okay, so 250, 6'8", running down.
LeBron James 249, 6'11", and significantly faster.
Did you say LeBron's 6'11"?
How tall is he?
6'8", 6'8".
So both 6'8", running down the field,
Alright.
He
moving.
might be six. I'll give him 6'9"
gonna say,
on a
he's
good
not
day.
I do think
He's not
LeBron.
6'8".
He's not 6'11" though.
Listed at 6.
I'm pretty sure
Alright.
LeBron wouldn't
He
be
ain't-
real high
6'10".
up for
He ain't
football.
6'11".
6'10". He ain't that much shorter than KD.
I'm pretty sure.
He's also not 6'11.
I'm pretty sure Kevin Durant is. Kevin Durant.
7'1".
Kevin Durant is still growing. You can't convince me. I swear, every time they talk about him, yeah, he's actually. When you look at him, he's actually 7'5".
He's a fucking NBA slender man, dude. Every time
But no,
I see him, I
Slim
get
Reaper.
It's funny
Slim
hearing.
Reaper, baby.
It's funny hearing KD say that he could play in the NFL when he literally couldn't get one rep of bench at the NBA draft combine. Like he got made fun of for it, but then of course he's like, "Give me a ball and you'll stop laughing."
Turns out a basketball isn't 185 pounds.
Well, does that conclude it for what's in your mind, Fabe?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, that does
include
include.
You want to know what's on my mind?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me hear it.
Please,
Here it
I'm
is,
tired of
man.
hearing Justin talk that bullshit.
If
What the fuck?
Blake Griffin can play tight end.
No, I agree with that.
I don't disagree. I'm not saying he couldn't. I'm saying
said-
the comparison between LeBron and Blake Griffin is.
No, it wasn't a comparison. I said
Oh,
Blake
no.
Griffin could
LeBron
play.
would have a much more successful NFL.
I guess nobody gives a shit what's on my mind.
It seemed like you're arguing my.
If we're talking who would be better at football, I feel like it's not far fetched to say that they would have been similar. Just because one, just because one, we have no idea. Two,
Yes, we do. LeBron was all Ohio as a freshman in high school.
okay,
LeBron
yeah,
was
that doesn't
already
translate
a
to the NFL
football- LeBron was
automatically.
already a football player.
Did Blake
But I'm-
Griffin play
but
football
I'm saying-
in high school? Let's find that out. He might have been Mr. Arkansas or some shit. Let's find out.
All right, Ethan, what's on your mind? We'll
Mr.
come back to this.
Oklahoma.
Well,
Yeah,
Hey,
Ethan, go ahead.
All right.
You know what? All right.
All right. If it's kind of similar. If United States athletes actually gave a damn about soccer, we would run every World Cup.
Oh,
ever.
for sure.
If our best athletes actually dedicated themselves to soccer, like growing
Tyreek Hill would be a
No, we just
Lionel
said
Messi.
Tyreek
Never
Hill would be a Lionel Messi.
Just
it
look
wouldn't
at
be
hockey
close.
recently. Since the U.S. started giving a shit more,
Yeah, now we're
kicking
dominating
Canada's
hockey.
ass.
Yeah. We were behind everybody. Now we're dominating everybody.
No, I completely agree. If we just
think-
started giving all of our funding and effort to soccer more so than like football.
Yeah, we won back-to-back World Juniors.
I'm sorry, American
I
football.
mean, if the U.S. cared about fucking cricket, we'd be top cricket team in the
1,000%,
world. If the
dude.
U.S. cared about rugby, we'd be the top rugby team in the world. It's a matter of like
Our country is better than yours.
it is
when it comes down.
a powerhouse that
I mean, and that's what they don't.
is unstoppable.
I mean, when you got 330 million people, I think we're at more, right?
It's more now. It's got to be like 400.
We're at 400 million people. Yeah, we're gonna win every single time if we care. So for that World Cup stuff, oh, it's the biggest watched event in the world. Yeah, because we don't give a damn about it.
It's like force it down our throats.
Like,
Okay,
it's
it is amazing.
I know. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
the World Cup.
Cool.
It's gonna be in
You
Cincinnati.
ready? You
next
ready to?
year.
You ready
The
to
World
beef
Cup
this?
is every game, every week. That's all it is. So
Why-
every
what?
game
Wait.
is I'll explain that.
Yeah.
Every game is the same every week. That's why it's every game every week.
The World Cup's only every 4 years.
I know it's no different from the game you watched the other day.
But did you say it's
There
gonna
was
be?
no game the other day.
Did you say it's gonna be in Cincinnati?
Casual, really.
Justin, did you say it's gonna be in Cincinnati?
Yeah, Cincinnati, Ohio is one of the places.
there's like four.
Well, one of. Okay.
There's 3
Oh,
places in
okay.
America.
What, New York,
I was gonna say
Miami?
of
New
all.
York, New York, Miami.
dude, they're playing
New
it at
York,
MetLife.
Miami, and Cincinnati.
Dude, the world's most expensive ACL is going to MetLife Stadium. That's insane.
We're gonna have Cristiano Ronaldo
It's nothing to
slide
do with
tackling
MetLife.
people on MetLife Stadium.
I might run on the field, ass naked. If we get
do it. We got the World Cup
million
coming.
subscribers.
We got
I was just checking the scene out there. So.
What up, Mom?
Hey, you want to come say what's on your mind,
Yeah,
quick?
you gotta come say what's on your mind.
No. Look, at Evan will give up his chair quick.
No, but I'm good.
We can cut it out if you really want
I'm
to.
just saying hi. I wanted to see what you all was doing up here. That's all.
Oh, just chatting.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Just the same thing we
Just,
always
uh,
do, just with the
not
microphone and camera.
I just wanted to check this podcast stuff out.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
This is it.
It's cool. Nice.
Heck
Thank
yeah.
you.
Shout out Evan. Evan got.
I know.
Hey, shout out you boys for saying yes to it.
Man.
And shout out Faye for the hosting the place.
Shout out to us getting all of our stuff in the bag.
Shout out to Louisiana's hot sauce.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be here today without them.
Yeah. That's normally what I carry within 10 feet of me at all times.
So, Ethan, does that conclude what's on your mind?
I don't know where we left off, but yeah, sure. Justin, what's on your mind, dude?
Okay.
Here, Jesse.
Colts suck.
Big Ten
don't think
refs.
Wait,
Big
oh,
Ten
yeah.
refs need to be sent to the moon. I have a stat for the world.
I like that.
We like stats.
This
I only
year.
watched
Stat time.
Based off
tournament.
last year, yes.
Big Ten teams are 166 and 41 at home this year. The Big Ten refs absolutely love to be cheered for by the home crowd. Anytime it's a close game and they get the opportunity to make a call, sign them up. They're making it. There will be no contact, but if a player tries to sell for a foul, they give it to him. Wisconsin, Maryland last night. at halftime, both teams' 2 best players were on the bench for the last 5 minutes because they had foul trouble. What does that do for the game of basketball if the best players aren't playing?
Teaches them a lesson.
Dude, remember Edie last
It's
year?
not fouling, though.
That's what I
They
was
weren't
thinking
calling
of.
anything on Edie. Or they were, dude,
They're
Edie
giving him
last year
everything.
drove me
Hey.
nuts.
He was fouling out 2 players
No,
a
but
game.
Justin, I wonder if that's can be a little bit because of the environment. Like when you're at home.
No, it is. That's what I'm saying.
That the refs probably are like,
It does. That's what
oh
it is.
man, I
It's
really
like-
don't want an earful. Or
That's,
You ever
that's what I'm
seen the
saying.
refs?
That's exactly
Hey,
what it is. They
so
love.
refs
They
run
love
out
when
of
they
the
games.
crowds-
shouldn't, let that dictate their call.
They love when the crowd's on their side. That's
yeah,
what it
no,
is.
absolutely.
Hey guys, we just have to accept that some people grew up watching Kareem, some people grew up watching Michael Jordan, some people grew up watching LeBron, some people grew up watching Joey Crawford. Some people grew up watching refs.
I love watching the refs sprint out of stadiums after like a controversial call.
After
They know
made
they're
the
about-
worst. They just
It's
made the
all crowd.
worst. You know when
Just
you
take
see a
off.
ref sprinting off the court at full speed after the game, you know they made one of the worst calls in basketball history in the last 2 minutes.
They're trying not to get shot.
Well, they're
Honest-
running off to collect that check that they just.
You know what?
yeah.
You know what that reminds me of? I know you remember this junior year at Elkhorn.
I was gonna say 2016.
They sprinted off
Darian
those.
versus Alcorn.
Those
Sprinted off that
jabronis were sprinting off with smirks on their face. I know because I saw it from the bench. And yeah.
Didn't see anything. I got mobbed by the fucking crowd.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to try and find that clip and pull it up. Seth, you can see it on the game film. Seth just gets swallowed up by this student section
Just
storming the court.
Trying my hardest to comprehend the bullshit that just happened and not cry.
It was tough.
You
It
little
was
bitty
tough.
cry baby. What you want to tear?
I can't remember if I did cry in the locker
pu-
room after or not.
How many
I think
punches?
I did.
How many punches did you throw when you were getting swallowed up like that?
Dude, there were no punches. I was all just like literally sitting there.
Justin, I swear,
What is wrong with you?
every episode you mess with those springs.
They're just so fun.
Do we need to get you a fidget spinner?
Yes.
You know, I used
Want
to
to get
be
you a little slinky?
I used to be a paraprofessional. I know how to help.
I don't have autism anymore.
Oh, okay.
Dude, there's
You graduated from it.
I took medicine.
But anyway, you too?
I mean, I didn't know there were
They're
springs
so
on this.
fun. They're so fun.
I didn't even know.
Babe, you can take them both off. It doesn't.
I know. Look at this shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, let's
dude.
not mess with it. Oh my god.
Look at these guys.
Yeah, now I'm thinking the springs don't matter.
They don't. Well, they do.
I mean, look at this. I mean, when you look at the perplexity. Of
that
it,
Let's treat
watch
them.
me do this.
Let's treat them like they matter.
They matter.
You need that
This isn't a sports podcast anymore. This is a physics podcast.
trick energy.
Speaking of physics.
Today's episode of Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Where's Bill?
I hate Bill Nye.
Bill.
Me too.
You want to know why?
Don't let
He's
politics.
the number one Patriots hater.
We're about to lose.
After-
we're about to
remember-
lose all our subscribers. Very few of them. All 47 of them. Just because Ethan just trashed Bill Nye.
5,607
Okay.
TikTok followers.
After-
Shout out to my loyal followers before these losers hopped in. Love you all.
After the Patriots Deflategate thing, dude, which was total bullshit. The Bill Nye made a video just saying how the Patriots are cheaters. Did a whole video on it.
And based it on like facts and
He
science.
probably got
But-
paid to do that by the
and then,
Jets.
and then
Turns out
The
Bill
Jets
Nye's a
paid
Colts
him.
fan.
after he did it,
Colts Nation, baby.
after he did it, it got debunked anyways. But like, how much of a hater do you have to be this famous man with the does his own shows and everything? And he's like, you know what? Fuck the Patriots.
Don't
dude.
blame Nye. Somebody probably came to him with a bag and were like, "Hey,
Honestly, if somebody
you
paid
honestly,
me to
do
do
yeah.
this
this
little video."
Hey, you know what? You walk outside and put a ball out there when it's freezing, it will deflate a little bit. All right.
Like your
Well,
tires
that's
on
the
your
thing.
car.
Tom Brady's ball wasn't just deflated. That motherfucker was a squishmallow.
Yeah. Okay.
You could put that in your back pocket.
it's
That's
a
a
squish-
stress
He was
ball.
throwing that like a Nerf.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, screw you guys. Seth, what's on your mind?
You're whistling
Seth, what's
through the
on your
air.
mind? I'm done with you guys. Seth, what's on your mind?
What's in your mind?
I actually
What's
wrote a
on
few
it?
things
Oh.
down.
Bring out your phone.
No.
beforehand.
So it's not on your mind. It's on your phone.
No, it's not.
But it was on my mind first.
Oh, okay.
Shut the fuck up, Ethan.
Yeah, Ethan, shut up.
First one was Joe Mixon. I know this happened a while ago.
Oh my goodness.
Getting fined for something he didn't even say.
Yeah. Oh,
which
yeah.
He did kind of allude to it for sure.
You're gonna say when he
What
punched
did
that
he
shit.
allude to,
Oh, yeah.
Seth?
Yeah.
Oh, no, not that. And then, yes, tries or calls out the lie. and then gets fined again.
Wait, this is news to me. Fill me
hear
in.
about
What?
that?
No, what happened?
Allude to.
Story time.
You
Here,
know
I'll try
about
and find the
Joe
tweet, talk
Mixon
about
getting
it.
fined the first time?
Oh, was it?
It was after they lost to the Chiefs, and he
I must have
he
missed
didn't
this.
say it, but he was just like, "Yeah, we just have to know you can't go into this place and leave it up to the refs."
Oh, I didn't see that.
But the NFL basically said that I can't remember the exact quote they said that he said, but he didn't. You can watch the post-game interview with him. He didn't say it. So then him and his team or whoever appealed it and spoke out against it. And then I think the NFL might have appealed the first fine, but then fined him for calling out like the NFL.
Wow.
That's the number one
That's-
sign of guilt is making
So-
somebody pay for something after you. Hey man, she did this, and you're like, how about $20,000? How about you give me that money? It's like that doesn't make any sense. Why fine them if you're not guilty? That's one thing with the NFL. Like people can wear different color socks, different colored cleats, say something that they don't think should be said, and then they get fined right away. One's a uniform thing, and the other one's just voicing your opinion. And then now you got to give up $25,000, dude. That's insane.
I found the tweet. It was TJ Hushmanzada tweeted
Jaguars legend.
Cincinnati legend.
I say Cincinnati.
Bengals, big Bengals.
All-time NFL list?
I don't know.
All-time NFL name list, sorry.
TJ Hushmanzada tweeted, "Why play the game if every 50-50 call goes with the Chiefs? These officials are trash and biased." And then the NFL basically, they said they fined Joe Mixon, and they said that he was the one who said that.
Okay.
And that, yeah. And then Joe
He
Mixon.
did not.
And then Joe Mixon tweeted, "I'm getting fined by the @NFL." I think it was because I don't know what, for what someone else said. What's next? I get fined by them for Connor McDavid cross-checking an opponent in an NHL game.
Joe Mixon
And then
knows
he-
hockey.
You guys ever see that one video where it's like a road rage video kind of thing? Guy like pulls up next to the driver and he's like, "Hey, you drive like a jerk or whatever," and he's like, "Hey, you stupid piece of bacon." He's like yelling at the dude in the backseat. The guy's like, "I wasn't even driving."
That was David Dobrik.
Damn. I
Heard
Like
that
the
name
way-
in a long time.
The way he
Have you
says,
seen that video?
the way he says that though, he's like, "No, I wasn't even driving."
Oh, yeah.
He's so confused.
That fucking piece of bacon.
All right. What do we got next? What do you guys want to dive into?
Did you go? Or you?
I said the thing about, yeah.
Oh,
shout out
you had
Joe
more.
Mixon, but
Yeah.
The other thing I wrote was the Eagles fan that died.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Why? We're not laughing.
Electric. No, you love
No.
your team to a different
I was gonna say.
level.
What did he
Wasn't
do?
he was ranking,
Shout out this guy.
he was
Yeah.
hanging on a.
I hope his
Tried to
family-
climb up a light pole because they decided not to grease them this time around.
Oh, really?
I guess they didn't think the Selly was
Just
gonna
climb
Why
light
would
poles
that
for
big?
NFC
Yeah,
championship.
that's what I'm saying. It's the
Industry
NFC
plant.
championship.
That's
They weren't
insane.
expecting it.
But yeah,
They didn't think people were gonna do this in 20-degree weather.
But yeah, the great people of Philly were coming out of Link celebrating, and yeah, he climbed up a street light and was trying to get down a banner or something, I think, and rip it down, and then yeah, he just fell, went straight on his back, cracked his head.
Dead.
No.
Oh my God.
Can we all,
all right, Eagles, betting my house on it now. They're winning for this guy.
Eagles need to win.
Can we all at least agree that
Eagles.
wanting
even
a Super Bowl? Can we all agree that wanting a Super Bowl victory to come for Eagles fans just so that the Chiefs don't win it again must be how it felt like for our grandparents and great grandparents to have to cheer for Joseph Stalin in World War II?
Wait one second.
Are you comparing
Yes.
the
Yes, I
Philadelphia
am.
Eagles?
Yes, I am.
Stalin versus
Yes, I
Hitler.
am.
It is Stalin
They are
versus
that
Hitler.
bad.
It's Stalin
They
versus
are
Hitler.
that bad.
will
Oh,
admit-
you know what?
Well,
They are
Stalin-
that annoying.
Stalin had the numbers. He had 20 million compared to 6 million. Like, let's be real here.
I think
If
you're
you're
All
gonna-
right.
Yeah.
You sure you're thinking of Stalin?
Stalin had 20 million.
I thought it was the guy before him.
It was
I don't know
over
anything
a longer
about this.
period
You
of
call
time,
Josh?
But
In terms of the football world,
My brother's a history teacher.
yes.
Thank you.
Yes, I agree because obviously
Our brothers
a
are
Chiefs three-peat is
honestly, I'm not mad.
nobody wants that.
I'm not
No.
mad at a 3-peat because that just means greatness.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it.
I I'd not like to see greatness.
But I don't think you can.
Like, just feels
in
like there's
general,
been so many different things that should have taken the Chiefs out of not even this year, but even in past playoffs.
We can sit here and talk about refs doing this and doing that. But
Yeah, I can't
at the
just
end of the
shit
day,
on the
not
refs.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plays take you out of the game. Now, if they just got blown the fuck out from the beginning, it wouldn't matter. Now, if they were getting smashed and then they came back from a 28-point lead,
But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
25-point lead, then
Go
it
Pats,
would-
baby.
that was a great Super Bowl. I remember that. Fucking
Best
man.
ever.
First
But
half.
here's the thing. A lot of talk show hosts right now are trying to say, why are people so angry? Anyway, why are people so angry with the Chiefs? You're watching greatness and everything. But that's the thing. When you're actually watching them, I mean, yeah, for like the Bills Chiefs game last week, yeah, it was a great game up until the end. But then at the end, you just watch a bunch of bogus calls happen and stuff. And by the end of it, you're left with a bad taste in the mouth. You don't feel like you actually just watched a good game. You felt like you just watched, like you just got teased for 3.5 quarters. And then at the end, the refs are like, yeah, sorry, we dangled that in front of your face. And now we took it away because blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like, yeah, is 3 championships in a row greatness? Yeah, until you actually watch how they got to this point, and you kind of feel like you're not watching.
Just
greatness.
gets forgotten about over time.
Yeah,
But
The issue is that it's in our time, and we can watch it and see it. All this bullshit just going on and on and on, and the Chiefs are just, taking it in, and they're saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna get this 3rd championship," and everybody fucking knows it. But you know what? Fuck the Chiefs, and fuck all the Chiefs fans.
Yep.
And
does that make Mahomes?
Huh?
Does that make Mahomes better than Brady if they 3-peat?
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!
Not even.
Shut the fuck up!
Dude, that's
he knew what he was doing with that. He knew what he was doing with
That's
that.
the only reason I don't want the Chiefs to win is because, and I'm happy this is the Super Bowl because I do think these are the best 2 teams, and I like
The
to watch
argument
good
shouldn't.
football.
If Patrick
But
Mahomes wins
no.
3 more Super Bowls, the argument still shouldn't be brought up.
Dude, and that's what we're gonna get to the point where I just sit here talking for 30 minutes. I'm gonna sit here talking for 30 minutes about why Tom Brady's better, and I have all the receipts right now.
wake me when it's over.
But I'm gonna get to that point. That's the only reason I don't want the Chiefs to win those because I don't want it
We'll do a
to.
Tom
That'll
Brady
start to be a
episode.
discussion.
It will start to be a real discussion.
Just tell you what, December 16th, we'll do a Tom Brady episode.
Well,
I love
if-
Tom Brady so much.
I'll be
If-
gone.
What if Mahomes 4-peats? Then is he better than Tom Brady? 4 in a row?
No.
Honestly, no.
4 in
Because
a row?
No.
I think at that point you have to even look past
Mahomes
greatness and
led-
think ask is he really just that lucky? Because
Mahomes led
there's
3 completely different teams to Super Bowls. Brady. Brady led 3 completely different. Shut the fuck up. 3 completely different teams to Super Bowls.
he played 3 like what would be for a lot of quarterbacks 3 different careers,
My favorite.
or
thing
at
to
least
point out-
two.
So
Maybe
that's
not
even
two.
more great.
Tom Brady-
I'm agreeing. Yes.
Tom Brady led the
I'm adding
first all-white offense to a Super Bowl title.
That's huge.
since like
That's
1970.
You're
all right?
forgetting the left guard, Jamal Turner.
No, they were all white.
I don't know.
Sebastian Vollmer, Joe Tooney, David Andrews.
That's the only stat I do. That's pretty fucking.
Yeah, here's what you got. Here's what you got. You got Chris Hogan. Chris Hogan, college lacrosse player. He played lacrosse. You got Julian Edelman, FCS quarterback.
So you're telling me
I'm not done. You have Julian Edelman, FCS quarterback, right? You got Danny Amendola, couldn't make a single roster for his first 2 years. You got Rex Burkhead back there. What did he do when he was on the Patriots? All right.
show.
All right. And then you got Gronk.
Hey.
Gronk's the one outlier. I mean, the old line
Blount
was
was elite.
that was a different couple.
Wait,
I'm
would you say he's the
talking
one
about.
outlier?
Okay, never mind.
Gronk, because Gronk was fantastic.
Wait, what year was this?
This is 2014.
Was James White not there yet?
2016.
Rex Burke. This was the year.
Oh, James
where,
White was
like,
hurt.
This was also
Okay,
the
so
year
there's an
where-
asterisk next to all
Just
white.
bring up
Rex
a
Burke had
picture
rushed
of that
like
all white
700.
No,
offense.
yeah, Rex-
No,
Rex-
I'm not saying anything against Rex Burkhead. I'm
Rex
saying
Burkhead was no, it's because
the
James
only reason
White
is
was hurt.
it was because James White was hurt.
Well,
But
James,
then
no,
actually, no, it
James
still
White,
would've been
no,
all white.
James
James
White.
White didn't get hurt till the end of the year.
Yeah, but James
Rex
White was never once the Patriots' #1 back his entire career.
about LeGarrette
He was
Blount?
always our
That's
third down
crazy.
That's what I'm
receiving
saying.
back.
It was blunt.
No,
it
but that was
blunt.
the
know
year
about
he
all
wasn't on
that.
the Patriots yet.
He really wasn't.
No, he never was.
Was Chad
never,
Ochocinco
dude, look up his
on
rushing
that?
stats. Not
Was
good.
Chad Ochocinco on that team?
That was 2011 when we lost.
But actually, it's funny that I throw James White in there when his last name is literally White, so technically it's
Yes,
still all White.
White. Oh, dude.
Well, speaking of
Exception
the all-white
made.
teams versus the all-black teams, I might be a
Wait,
little
that-
outnumbered here.
That
Dude,
Who do you think would win in an all-time game?
Dude.
all time or
Well-
just right now?
Well, so this is my idea behind it.
The boys
I
on the
think-
bus have done this already.
I think an all-white team versus an all-black team of all time, it would go 50-50.
No.
Okay, I tell you what, our only chance is right here.
I'm glad you
dominate
mentioned
the
that because if
trenches.
one of us would have mentioned that, this would have looked bad.
If it's all time, dominating the trenches is the thing. You get
I'm talking about right now.
White.
I'm talking about right now.
Fucking
I'm talking about
Lawrence
right now.
Taylor.
I'm talking about right now.
Aaron Donald.
I'm talking about right now.
Do you imagine those
It's
three?
all time.
No,
You
this
meant
one's
Will
all time.
Oh, you are. I thought you said.
When I say all-time, I'm talking about when you take it back to 1921.
Oh no, the whole. That's
Or
why that's not an
when those
argument.
fucking
You mean
Packers
run right,
were those-
run
no,
left?
Those Packers, those Packers had those shitty ass championships. There's 3 teams.
No, it was harder to win. It was harder to win.
Champion.
We already three-peated. All right.
Yeah, you beat the Bears and the Chiefs.
Back when they were doing those like over the head passes.
You beat the Baltimore Dodgers or some shit.
Dude,
I think baseball teams.
Of course he's gotta bring the Dodgers into
The
this.
field goal post was still on the goal line.
I'm sure they were by far the smallest city in the league still. So
Shut the fuck up.
shout out Green Bay. That's just the pride of Wisconsin, baby.
Part of Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Hey man, I gotta take this job after this game. Can we get this over with? You know, this fucking
I love
going
it,
from
dude.
the house.
Five people in a podcast, all from Wisconsin. One Wisconsin fan.
No, that
we
really is
all
like
like
it,
him.
though.
that
It's-
is probably my favorite
We're
thing
all
about
Badger
this podcast.
fans. We're all Badger
We're all
fans.
Badger fans.
Except
yeah.
Evans.
I'm not a fan of them. Like if Kansas were to get eliminated first or second round, which they often do, of the tournament, I would casually say, oh, be cool if Wisconsin won.
I don't know if I could.
You're a Wisconsin fan.
Hey, Wisconsin hockey's ranked again.
Only team.
Let's go.
Only
Team in the top 20 with a losing record.
Wild.
Really?
That's because grit.
We
That's
but
the
you
thing
know what we
about-
do? We beat ranked teams though. That's
That's
all
what I'm
we
saying.
did.
That's
We
why.
beat
That's
ranked
why.
teams.
Hey, I'm gonna
All of our wins are so good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play like mediator or whatever real quick because we're about to get really off topic when we still have a lot of good stuff to talk about.
Oh my
so
God.
all right, let's
He
transition.
did it. Mark Wahlberg shot him.
Never forget. Might as well just start every episode with that. But no,
That's Justin's 9/11.
speaking of Justin,
Worse than 9/11.
Justin Tucker.
Oh.
Yeah.
Need I say more?
Sean Watson's in the clear now.
Tucker. Justin Tucker.
I just want to start by saying the craziest thing to me, and correct me if I'm wrong. I might be remembering.
As bad as 40.
No. That's the thing. That's the thing, though. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when the Sean Watson's whole thing first started, wasn't it at least to start like one became two?
It was.
But
Yeah.
to get
People kept
6
coming
right
out.
off the bat?
Yeah. Okay. Also, I saw somebody's
Concerning.
crazy thing. I saw some
Why are massage
just
parlors colluding against
just
against
some
the
dude's
Baltimore
tweet.
Ravens?
Some dude's tweet from 2021 said that he heard Justin Tucker is not allowed at multiple massage parlors anymore. Dang. Some dude's tweet from 2021.
So he's just been a massage
Wait,
parlor.
was
demon
that
this whole
before? Was that before or during the Deshaun Watson stuff?
Imagine
Before
getting
Deshaun
caught up in
came
the
out,
massage
actually might have about the same time maybe.
You would have thought after all that stuff happened, Justin Tucker would have been like, "Yeah, I need a lawyer. We need to clear this stuff up right now."
Okay, maybe this is just because we're from small town Wisconsin, but are those places really that like available still?
Are you asking? Are you asking
Dude.
for a friend?
Well, they're not. They're not happy.
I'm kidding. I know you would not.
Well, you know
I
what's
do not want to. Let the record state that I know this man would never actually do that. I don't want to like make people think that you're a sleaze bag or something.
No.
He is.
I am.
I don't know. It just would.
common term for those type of people. Get a little hint.
But anyway, no. That actually is a pretty good
'Cause this
question.
is-
Actually, because I've been curious about that too. Like,
Yeah, I mean we got
is it that common
him,
practice?
Deshaun, Robert Kraft.
Yeah.
Robert Kraft and multiple other people.
All right. Well, you can't say is it that common when it's 3 dudes out of.
I think he mean, no, I think
But these are
no,
just ones
no,
we're
I think
hearing
he
about
means how many
too, though.
places,
I mean-
like,
No,
how many
exactly.
places there are.
They're the reason. These are high-profile dudes with
high-profile
money,
people,
and I'm not saying it's a cash grab for these people because
I would hope
obviously we saw with
not.
Deshaun that wasn't the case. Like that was a legitimate thing. But I mean, yeah, are these guys just the ones that we're hearing about, and it's actually like
it's way
a huge thing? Yeah, it's got to be
way more.
All right, so segueing from that, today there was a headline going around that Terry Rozier is at least linked to a gambling scheme group, the same one that DeJounte Porter got caught with and then got bit.
Not the group, it was the same investigation. So the NBA
Okay.
investigated. It was a probe. They opened a probe against multiple players. It might not be the same. It wasn't the same group.
Okay, but
Jonathan Porter was literally being directed by people what to do.
Yes, okay, that makes sense. But yeah, so there was that whole thing. Have you guys heard anything else about that?
Yeah. So Terry Rozier in a March 2023 game was hurt, and the Hornets coaching staff decided they weren't going to tell anyone. Obviously, it's not a bad idea. You don't tell anyone that your not your star player. The Hornets are terrible. One of the star players.
He was putting up good numbers.
Yeah, he was. He was averaging 20 games.
Scary Terry.
It was smart, obviously, to say he's going to play, but he was only going to play there was a 90% chance due to his injury he was only going to play a half at the most, but they didn't tell anyone. So the sports books placed his bets. I know the big one was his assists was at 6.5, and then there was a tweet by a decently famous guy on Twitter, decently famous bettor, with about 2,000 followers, that he had inside information. He tweeted this at 3:30 on the day of a night game, that he had inside information Terry Rozier was not going to play after the second quarter. So he was telling all of his followers to bet his under. This guy alone, he bet 222 on his assists, and then I think $400 on his points, rebounds, and assists total. He bet the under, so I think he profited right around 800. But also, out of all of his followers, there was 900 to 1,000 under bets placed on Terry Rozier that night. So they did what Ethan said a little bit ago before the game, about 6 hours before the game. They paused the betting because there's never been that many under bets placed on a guy like Terry Rozier before the game. And then they found out now, almost a year later, 2 years later, this is March 2023. So almost 2 years.
Has it really already been that long?
Wow.
Almost 2 years later, they're now finding out that that people knew outside of the organization that Terry Rozier was only going to play a little bit, and then they placed the bets on it. So that's where the investigation stems from. At the moment, Terry Rozier isn't being accused of anything. Obviously, it could get to a point where he was the one who told people, but at the point, it's being because and then on a professional sports team, there's there's at least 20 people a part in the training staff who probably would have known. So they could have told anyone. That's kind of where the situation's at right now, is anyone could have... not Terry Rozier, but anyone a part of the Hornets could have leaked that information.
I will just jokingly say that when I first saw the headline, it made sense to me just because as a fantasy manager of Terry Rozier for the past 2 years in our Dynasty League,
Dynasty fantasy basketball.
his numbers have dropped drastically. So I'm like, oh, this explains why this dude just all of a sudden became doo-doo and just screwing me over.
You know what they should do in the NBA? Because, they made a whole movie about scandals with, things being rigged, Jonte Porter situation, blah, blah, blah. They need to do what, the NFL does. You're required to report every single day by, noon or something like that, or 10 a.m., how a player is doing. Yeah, exact designation.
I like that.
The NBA does have a rule. It's 4 or 5 hours before game
No,
time.
but you know...
And he was questionable. He was.
But theirs are so loosey-goosey, you can put
just
game
say they're a
time decision,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, I
then they
agree.
can be taken out of game. NFL, if they find out that you list some guy as nothing, and then all of a sudden he's out, they start digging into
I was
that.
just going to say, though, the counterpoint to that is the fluidity of the NBA. Sometimes NBA teams play 3 days in a row. So it's so then you could have, you could genuinely think somebody's not going to play, but then it's okay, they're healthy just because there's so much stuff happening.
But
in 2
they're
days.
in the training room at 7 a.m. the next
Do
day.
you want to know what's actually
You can figure it out.
I agree.
Want to know what's crazy about that though? You were saying that the NFL, they're very strict about it. the NFL is also. I mean, maybe it's just because fantasy football is by far the biggest of all the fantasy sports. But think of how many fans get absolutely, or feel like they get absolutely screwed over and upset at coaches because they wait till the last second to like say that somebody's out, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know it's not the same as like doing something shady, but like it's just funny that the NFL is very strict about it.
It is nice.
But we still get very upset about it.
I don't want to say the exact stat, but I know this is really close. In the last 5-ish years, only 2 players listed as doubtful have ever played in the game.
Yeah.
No,
So the NFL
doubtful is different.
The NFL, that's what I'm saying. The
Yeah.
NFL is way more accurate.
No, definitely.
Way more
Definitely.
accurate than what the NBA is. listed.
Questionable is like literally 50-50.
Yeah.
I mean, in the NBA,
I'd say almost 60-40 they're playing. I
I
always
was gonna say,
I keep them in. I keep them
If
in.
you're questionable, I'd say almost 75%
Yeah.
chance.
If you're questionable and you're still practicing, I automatically
It
assume if
depends-
you're questionable and
it
not
depends on the
practicing, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna
That's
watch
what's
this.
nice too about the NFL too. Is like with the NBA, it's like, oh, did they practice today? No, you don't know. All they did was shot a basketball around. For a few hours.
And granted, a lot of times it could be like if they all of a sudden had a setback in warm-ups or something, like re-aggravated
With
it.
NBA, it's so fluid. Like,
Yeah.
it's so fluid.
So what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, to prove the point further, like the NBA on-court broadcaster or whatever, the clip of him going, oh, like his blah blah blah, I forget his name, something Green maybe. Is he gonna play tonight? And he goes, I don't know. Let me ask him. He turns around and he's out there shooting around. And he goes, you playing? He's like, no. So obviously he knew beforehand going on to the court that he wasn't gonna be playing tonight.
Yeah.
But not even these NBA broadcasters knew.
Oh,
Help her out. Of
Gave it to
it.
the weakest guy on the
I
podcast.
was looking for a pair of pliers or something. I didn't see anything.
I might have brought the only pair up here.
but
It's Mama Johnson.
She's a wonderful, wonderful
We're not
lady.
cutting that out. Wonderful lady.
Fabia Shipman, sponsored by Mama Johnson.
Wonderful lady.
But
Is it fucking Aunt Jemima?
Jesus Christ.
Aunt Jemima's no
not
more.
allowed, yeah, not
yeah.
allowed.
We don't.
All right.
Whatever
Anyway.
song was.
No.
So does that I think that pretty much concludes the Terry Rozier. Unfortunately, for us, that's not as controversial as we
don't know
would have.
much in the
It's not as
moment.
juicy.
TBD.
I guess he's innocent.
We don't know
Whatever.
much- We don't know much in the moment. A lot of to be determined.
I will say, I know Seth mentioned it earlier. He's like, if you're betting on yourself to do good, you shouldn't be.
That's not what's
shouldn't-
happening. But yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he.
But sidetrack, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, you shouldn't be punished if you're betting on yourself.
But just like the
Yeah.
morality,
I
of
believe
that, I
gambling
think
should
there's
be
nothing
okay.
wrong with it.
Yeah,
I mean,
But
you're betting
also
on
at the-
yourself.
But at the same time, let's say you bet on yourself to be good and you lose. I was like, all right, good. But if you bet on yourself to be good and you shoot 52 shots a fucking game, is that a thing where you kind of cross the morality and you're like, all right, he's hogging the ball. He's getting the ball every chance he gets and he's just taking it up the court? Or, I mean, it's a little different in other sports where it's like hockey or football and you can't give the ball to yourself. But if you're taking the ball out up the court, would that
I
be
guess, yeah, you
morality
could
thing?
be then purposely changing the outcomes of games
You're changing
by
the
trying to
outcome of
boost your
games.
stats.
Because you bet 50 on yourself and you got 50 grand on yourself as well.
Yeah. I think it's different
But-
in the NBA versus like baseball with Pete Rose. Because like in baseball, you don't control, like if you're the point guard in basketball and you bet on yourself to score 23, you could take it up the court and huck up 40 fucking shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in baseball with like Pete Rose, you don't control how many at bats you get, how your guy does out there.
He didn't bet on his
Like,
team until he was a coach either.
I know, I'm just talking
Yeah.
broad perspective.
If you bet
Like,
on your team as a coach, that's 100%
Grit.
your money, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
If I'm betting on my team
That's
to
what I'm
win,
saying.
that
Dude,
means
as a coach,
Yeah.
as a fucking coach, you should be able
Let
to
him
as
bet the
much
money
as you
line.
do.
dude, I'll
Let 'em bet
take
the money
that
line.
because that's even more so like, hey, I know we're gonna win.
Listen, imagine this. Imagine World Series. World Series. If you got Aaron Boone puts up $1 million and Dave Roberts puts up $1 million, that definitely juices up the storyline a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Makes things pretty
There was-
fucking exciting.
There was only one.
I'll take
good
out a lien on my
counter-argument.
house just to bet up that, man. I'm trying to see who's winning for real.
There was only one good counter argument I saw to it for baseball as a manager, and it was like if you bet on this one game and you're not betting like every day, and you just burn through your entire bullpen in one day. You know what I mean? That was the only reason. And then you just take an L the next day because you have no bullpen.
No, I do think it's definitely a slippery slope when you even if it is but I think we can all agree.
Not let MLB managers
But I think we can all agree, at least for the Pete Rose situation, that his punishment has been served to its fruition, and I think I feel like a lot of people feel like they're gonna wait till he's dead and then they're gonna give him the posthumous or whatever the word is. I always forget how to pronounce that.
Posthumous. Good job, Evan.
Posthumous Hall of Fame induction to honor Pete Rose when they were actually spitting on him the entirety of his
and
retirement.
now completely benefiting off of advertisements from gambling.
Yeah, exactly.
companies.
Yeah. No, that's the thing. As soon as they announced all those partnerships and that they were gonna, make it okay and legal in the eyes of the league and everything, immediately the next day Pete Rose should have been in the Hall of Fame. Don't even have a vote, because as we talked about in our last episode, we all know there would have been one jackwagon that would have said, "Oh, I don't think he deserves it this ballot," and it wouldn't have been unanimous. So, yeah.
I'm getting sick of these steroid players and gambling players not being inducted in the Hall of Fame in the MLB, dude. It's pissing me off.
Barry Bonds, dude, is one of those guys
Greatest player of all time.
that was smacking homers before the roids. I think it was like 03. He had like 36 home runs.
That's steroids.
Was it 03?
It was like 90s.
Steroids the whole time.
Yeah, the whole
It wasn't
time.
the whole time. I don't think it was the whole time, because early in his career,
After the age of like 30, 32.
It was
When did he
90s,
get into
90s
like
through
86?
90s through early 2000s was steroid era. Yeah, so he started off as this really skinny thing, and then he all of a sudden out of
You
nowhere
definitely
was
noticed the sudden
jacked.
change.
All right,
Honestly,
here's
there was
the size of his head.
But he was still hitting.
no.
bombs.
Here's Barry Bonds' home runs before, by each season before 1990: 16, 25, 24, 19, and then in 1990 shot up to 33, and then was.
Well, that's
Pretty much,
just player development. He's getting used to the league. So skip
Late-
that.
That's late bloomer.
like gaining pop when you hit age
Gaining
30.
a little pop. Hey, go give me another.
He's a late bloomer.
Give me another 10 years after that. Give me the other stats.
I still don't think the league is at fault. You let that shit happen. Don't blame them. Because
Oh, no.
because they're
listen,
trying to compete with the
I'm not,
best.
I'm not into conspiracies, but the MLB was dying.
Yeah,
MLB
I was
was
just about to-
steroids saved the
dying.
MLB. Yeah.
I was about to say.
Sammy Sosa and Barry Bonds had to do what they put on to save
Mark
the
McGwire.
MLB.
And those are just the two most notable. It
what
wasn't
I'm saying,
just
like, they
yeah.
were the
No,
ones-
no.
that's
I
what I'm saying,
know.
more
I'm not
than
yelling at
more.
you.
It's because of the home run race.
Ryan Braun.
They what they were doing saved the MLB.
The MLB needed their own version of an arms race, literally.
Yeah.
Transitioning, we don't have any official football games this Sunday, sadly, for the first time in a while. But we do have, the Pro Bowl games coming up.
Embarrassing.
Yeah. What do we feel about the Pro Bowl games
I'm
compared
excited
to?
for dodgeball.
I think it is. I mean,
No, I'm not.
It started
Okay,
tonight.
the Pro Bowl games.
No.
This is my number one thing that bothers me at the Pro Bowl. No, it started tonight. Pro Bowl games started tonight.
Yeah, I was
Sorry.
gonna say, yeah.
well, I did
They're
see
going
a,
on right now.
I did see a clip of
Yeah.
something earlier, like
they're
or at
going
least
right
somebody
now.
like warming up or something.
Tonight was really the only thing I kind of wanted to watch.
It's today,
and we're missing it.
It's
And we're here talking to ourselves.
But honestly, no, the Pro Bowl just, I mean, I understand the athlete's mindset. You're not going to go out and lay your head on the line.
I wouldn't want to either.
But yeah, no, I haven't really enjoyed watching it for a long time.
Yeah.
The thing that just drives me nuts with the Pro Bowl is I hate when they use somebody's career accolades, right? And they're like, he made 6 Pro Bowls. It's like, all right, first of all, it's a fan
That's gonna
vote.
be Drake May.
Yeah, no, that's the.
I'm gonna have.
That makes me mad.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a second.
I'm gonna
We'll get
have
to that in a
people
second.
argue with me in 15 years that Drake May was good because he made a Pro Bowl his rookie year.
If anyone uses that argument, that's crazy.
Sadly, that'll probably be stat that people bring up
All right.
when they want to argue Drake May's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But that's like Mac Jones and Tyler Huntley were the top 2 AFC vote getters 4 years ago.
I think the
They were
only
on the top. They were on the top.
the only
because of people not playing,
Yes.
number 1 and number 2, so they still
got
get
it.
nods.
They were like
the-
4 or 5, something like
the only weight that like a guy getting a Pro Bowl nod has to me is if you're just thinking about if you want your team to re-sign a certain player or if a guy's necessarily good enough to get a second contract or something. I mean, like you said, it's fan vote. 2, the best players aren't even always there because how many Pro Bowls has Patrick Mahomes made? Because he's been in the Super Bowl and he can't actually participate.
So you still get the accolade. Even though you don't do it, do you?
Okay. Then I stand corrected. I stand corrected.
Like this. Quinn Miners. Didn't make the Pro Bowl. First team All Pro.
He didn't make it this year?
Fucking snub. Whoever voted on that, you belong in hell.
Also, shout out
fans vote that.
Shout out to our fellow Warhawk.
First team All Pro. Didn't make the Pro
purple.
Bowl. He got invited to the Pro Bowl after the Chiefs made it, and he said no.
Good for
So
him.
he won't get a Pro Bowl nod, but the guy they asked after him will.
Right.
No, yeah, exactly.
That's how it works.
It's either
But no.
whoever is the top vote getters who should be in it, and then whoever chooses to play in it if they don't play. That's who gets.
Yeah, like in 2018, Mitch Trubisky has a Pro Bowl.
How was
as
that
a
chosen?
He also has an MVP.
Yeah, he does. That
Biggest snub.
that holds some weight. Yep.
Nickelodeon valuable player.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
Honestly,
lost
that's
that
the
game.
new
MVP, the MVP.
best
Yeah.
award.
Splooged on my fucking
But-
orange goo.
But no, Mitch Trubisky made it that year because Jared Goff was in the Super Bowl and couldn't play, and then they were like, all right, who else we got? All right, Mitch, come on
Get
down.
out there, Mitch.
Money Mitch.
All right.
And, you get a free ticket to Miami or wherever it was. I don't know.
Okay, I don't know if you guys looked at the events, but I'm so excited to read these because they are
I really
so
haven't.
bad.
Lay it on us.
All right. Here's what we have that's going on. 2 hours ago, Seth, I promise you did not want to watch tonight.
I kind of was.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Passing the test, event 1. Quarterbacks try to hit targets at
Shut up.
Quarterbacks try to hit targets at various distances around the field with different point values in 40 seconds. We're used to this one, right? They throw it at
Yeah,
targets.
yeah. I mean,
Here's
that's
the
okay.
twist. Here's the twist this year, boys. Each quarterback will select a Pro Bowl teammate to answer 5 trivia questions
Oh my God.
about current Pro Bowl players. For every correct answer, the quarterback gets an additional 10 seconds.
Oh my God.
Oh my
That's an
God.
event.
The IQ of the NFL is a little low.
Get James Cook out there. Get James.
Get Andrew
Hold
Luck
on.
out there.
No, I
You
need
never
to read-
lose.
So in college recruitment, we didn't care about grades, but
need
now
to-
we're asking trivia in the
need-
NFL. All
I
right.
need to read the James Cook feral hog.
So at
What's
the
the-
end of Game of Thrones,
What's
Who
the
was the
fucking
dragon
What's
that
the thing in college? What's the thing in college you would post discussion boards on?
Canvas.
Discussion board.
Canvas.
Oh, yeah, Canvas.
So this is
I have Blackboard.
Canvas in college.
Or there's other platforms.
James
Yeah.
Cook posted this on Canvas. James Cook posted this on Canvas in college.
I saw it.
Why are feral hog populations so hard to contain? Because the population are big and all they do is keep making 100 of feral hogs. And they do is make their mark everywhere they at. And they are trying to stop them, but they cannot because there are 2 million of these hogs and ordinary hunting. And these feral hogs are very dangerous. And these type of animals are only in the southern.
He might be onto something.
I agree.
James Cook.
That boy can run the football, though.
But I tell you what, that bacon sounds good right now. Shit, I don't care how many feral hogs they make, man. As long as you got my applewood bacon ready for me in the morning.
Yeah,
Keep it
Eggs.
coming. Keep it coming.
Giving NFL players trivia questions was asking memes to be made.
Honestly.
I'm excited to see them.
You're
I see the highlights of it.
better off just telling.
The trivia questions though are about other athletes,
Still,
so
though,
it shouldn't be
where
too
did this guy
hard.
go to college? Georgia.
All right, the next event is satisfying catches, which is basically just like a catches obstacle course, not as bad.
Obstacle.
The big spike. I just want to speculate on this because it doesn't describe it very well.
Spike.
That's what it says. 3 big men from each conference step up to the spike-o-meter and have 3 attempts to score the highest number on their spike.
So they try to spike the,
The
ball.
player with is that it though?
Yeah.
I thought there might be
Hate
more to
that.
it.
Wait,
I was reading more into it. Like, I was
unless
like,
I wasn't paying attention enough, is it basically just like that carnival game where you take the sledgehammer?
Oh, it says,
and
yeah,
try-
and it says,
But you spike a
but it's
football.
it says measured by power and impact. That's it. I don't know. I was reading too into it. I was like, there's gotta be.
So on like a platform, they're gonna be.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That's I just
so what are
all
they
I've done is
spiking
read it.
into?
So basically, the equivalent of what would be like a between quarters or halftime show at an NBA game or something.
It's That's all right. There we go.
Continue.
On to the next relay race, which is
64 million.
exactly what you think it is. A bunch of BS. All right. After that, this one, Helmet Harmony, a game show to test player knowledge of their teammates. That's it. That's the whole damn game. That's a whole event in our Pro Bowl this year.
So they get fun facts from their friends.
Yeah.
Or the guys that they play with, and then they're like, well, I didn't know we didn't like Skittles. So, like, what the fuck is that?
They're better. They're better off.
What is that?
They're better off just live streaming a huge Madden tournament with all of them.
Didn't they try that like over
Probably.
the COVID year?
Probably.
It's really bad. Yeah.
But I mean,
The championship game had like 1,000 views.
how many times have people jokingly said about this? They need to actually make this a thing. Like it can be the NFL's own version of the lottery. Take the two worst teams and have them play against each other, and winner gets the number 1 overall pick. Like it's already more watchable, and I'm not going to take credit like
Have
that's
some
my idea. I've seen that a
stakes.
million times on Twitter
Just
and
make
stuff.
there be like some stakes involved. I mean, if you just have nothing to motivate you, then
I wish we had like another elite league so that we could have
Justin,
like
for the love of God.
so that we could have like a relegation system, like how they do in
It's also just because it's loud too. But anyway, sorry, Ethan.
I wish we had like another elite league so we could have like a relegation system like soccer because
Relegations.
Yeah.
like once you get to the point where you're eliminated from playoff contention, it's just
those games are huge. If you're like about to be on the brink of elimination,
every
Relegation.
every game matters no matter what.
You could be the worst team in the league, but the game means more than anything you've ever played.
Yeah.
Relegation.
that's
Relegation?
it is a smart way to
Fa-
operate. A league.
Fabe's debating the existence of the word relegation.
Oh my god.
Is it relegation or regulation?
Relegation. You get relegated, you go back.
Like yeah,
All right.
Go down.
I was just asking a simple question.
All right, next event, punt perfect.
Relegation this podcast.
Next one, punt perfect. It's basically just accurate punting.
Somehow that's the best. Somehow that's the best
Yeah.
one we've heard so far.
And then tug of war. They play an action. This isn't football. This is PE.
Yep.
They're doing tug of war.
pretty much is.
They're doing NFL 06 mini games.
This is
Yeah.
this sounds like the end of the year track tournament.
So the Pro Bowl's got to just be geared for kids at this point.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. It's to get viewers to watch. Yeah.
Who can buy my jersey
Because
next?
I don't know what adults are gonna be enjoying watching this.
The fuckers with the dude. Jalen Waddle's my favorite player. Like a fucking
said no.
do
Said
you-
nobody.
Oh, he's so quirky.
dude, Tua Tagovailoa, dude. I gotta get this dude. He's gonna be the tug of war. Like, get this fucking nerd out of here, and let's get some real football fans
Honest
watching
to God,
this.
yeah.
You remember when they had the guys benching 225 40 times
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
NFL? Like,
Hell yeah.
that was fun shit. Like, I wanted to watch that because I'm like, no way. No way he can do more than when he started the NFL. But actually, there was guys trying to play football and that guys getting stronger, and it was a lot more fucking enjoyable than tug of war. If I want to watch tug of war, I'll go to Delavan Darien and watch those fuckers, those 11th graders pull against the 10th graders. Outside of that, no, I don't want to watch tug of war NFL. Never.
Yeah.
Never have I ever said,
What about this? Would you watch their last competition? Madden 2v2. They're playing Madden.
Wow.
That's an event.
I predicted
Playing
the
Madden.
future sarcastically.
They are practicing football so hard they're playing a simulation of it.
Realistic.
so they play the game every fucking day of the week. They practice it, they game it, they sleep it, they do everything with it. And then they're like, shit, load up the Xbox, let's play it.
Let's settle this right now.
You guys aren't better than us in real life. But in this simulation game, we fucking got you guaranteed because I'm 97 speed and there's no one on your defense can stop me. But somehow fucking Tyreek Hill is disappointing every week in our fantasy league. That's what he is. That's how he's going to settle it?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you, Tyreek. That's what I'm going to
That was a fantasy team killer.
That was bad.
And he's on my dynasty
How
team.
can I
Let's
disappoint
go.
you next? And then he's going to lose in the Madden Fantasy League.
Okay, so to end today's episode, we're gonna do something a little unorthodox, or out of the ordinary that we haven't done so far, even though we've only done 2 other episodes. We're gonna do a 5-round draft of the 5 greatest things ever, or to us, the 5 greatest things ever. So we're gonna start with Seth. We're gonna do a snake draft. So for those of you that don't know what that is, Seth's gonna start. I'm gonna be the last pick, and the last pick of the first round, first pick of the second round, and then go back. All right. So Seth, start us off.
So, first thing I wrote was just Ferda. But that means basically just
Being first, baby.
being with the boys. But more specifically, what I was thinking was you and your boys getting together and just accomplishing something.
That
Kind of like
I get what you mean. Yeah.
a podcast.
Hey, there you go. Okay, great pick. Great pick.
That's a good one.
What do you got, Josh?
Justin.
First pick. The first weekend out with your boys after you turn 21.
Yeah, there you go. No longer worrying about anything. Good pick.
Nothing
That
matters.
was a really good one.
You can do anything you want.
That's a good one.
All that loose.
Ethan, what you got?
Golf beers.
Good pick. Good pick. Good pick.
That was a really good one.
Thank you.
Fuck, dude.
Nothing better than drinking beers in the chorus.
Nothing.
I put motherfucking Louisiana hot sauce.
Yeah, there you go. Good pick.
Louisiana hot sauce.
Can never go wrong. All right, I'm gonna go with the middle of a cinnamon roll.
Ooh, if it's cooked right.
Like
when it's
yeah,
cooked
yeah,
right.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yup.
When you get that.
Then I'm gonna go morning of going on a golf trip. Like how we go to the Dells and everything. The morning of, when we're getting ready, when we're carpooling and picking each other up and getting ready to drive up there.
You wake up and
The
you're
anticipation is better.
Yeah, the anticipation.
You can't sleep the night before.
No,
Yeah, exactly. You got your clothes laid out.
it's 2:37 and you're like, dude, fuck. Should I get my stuff ready?
I might as well just stay up.
Yeah.
100%.
Do I need a toothbrush for it? No.
All right, Fabe, what's your next pick?
Vodka.
Fabe's slowly gonna concoct a Bloody Mary with this draft.
Oh, God.
About. Did somebody say celery yet?
All right, Ethan, what you got?
Oh, God. All right. I mean, this is what we started this shit for. Sunday football.
Oh, that's a good one. I have week 1 NFL on mine, but I'll cross it
As
off.
much as we hate on it, shout out the NFL. Just honestly keeping me going.
Keeping me
Yeah.
going, dude.
I'll be honest with you.
most
I wouldn't
part.
watch football if it wasn't for you guys. I don't enjoy that bullshit.
Just sitting with the boys for 8 hours watching
Just
ball.
fully
dude.
buy in.
Half the time
Just
I'm
fully
looking
buy in.
at you guys like, you want to play Wii yet?
All right, Justin, what you got for your next pick?
All right, this one might not be for everyone because I know not everyone's a baseball player. But your first ever over the fence home run.
That's a good one.
I've
I
never
like that.
had
I like
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
So,
It's
sixth grade.
one of the best feelings in the world.
No, sorry, you
No, I
go.
was just gonna say a quick story. So, shit, we might not be able to keep this in here. But on my birthday, I hit it in the park home run in Darien Stadium.
Nice.
West
I
Park.
mean,
West
West
Park.
I was gonna say,
So I hit one in the park, and before that day, I said to myself, I said, if I don't hit a home run, I'm gay. So I hit a home run,
Valid.
and once I get back to the dugout, one of my friends, he was like, were you running as fast as you can? So then I thought to myself, I was like, damn, I must have been moving really slow. But one thing I did know after that was I wasn't gay.
there you go. There you go.
That
But
was
you
my
were running
affirmation.
pretty slow, so you kind of.
You might be.
I was slowly easing into it, but I caught it in the gist of time.
All right, Seth, what you got?
Pick 2.
All right, pick 2. I'm going golf theme again, but when you're
Wait.
playing like shit, and then you think about something in your swing you gotta fix, and you do it, and then you flush it.
Yup.
I had peering a drive on mine. I'll cross it
Absolutely
off.
flush it.
Good pick. All right, and then start
My first one.
us off with the third round. First pick of the third round, Seth.
The third round.
Third pick was the risky text that works out.
Oh my god.
It worked.
All right, Justin, what you got?
Pick 3. And the greatest things after draft. Starting a new Minecraft world with the boys.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Fucking dude, just in a surreal feeling, like figuring out where to build your houses, like being like, no, do you want to build a house together? Should we build it separately? Should we build it on top of this mountain? Like, should we take over our village? Dude, some of the best moments of my life happened in those moments.
Mining that diamond and being like,
That's what I'm saying. Mining, like, the beginning of the world. Like, yeah, being the first one to get a diamond.
Yes.
Oh, my God. You were him if you did that.
Yeah.
Ethan.
My third one is a full sixes lobby of NHL.
I was just.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Amazing
That's
one.
a good one.
that's awesome.
That's really good.
Those are my 3 locks. The next 2 got to be off the dome. I haven't thought of anything yet.
That'll be interesting. Babe?
Penicillin.
No, it changed everything. It changed
Oh
everything.
my gosh.
It changed the world.
Dude, the
for
story of how the
better.
guy when he made penicillin, no one believed him it would work, so he infected himself and then took penicillin to
Crazy.
prove
I think
that it worked.
mentioning penicillin this late in the draft might have been. That might be the Tom Brady pick right there.
You know what? Round 6. What was it? Pick 26.
199 or something?
199. Tom Brady is penicillin. So
He's-
thank you for your service, my brother.
All right. To end the third round, I'm gonna go with. Why did I wrote so many golf things? I'm gonna go with.
Guy loves golf.
That's good. I
Guy
like
loves
it.
golf,
I'm-
and he's not good.
He's in a golf commercial.
I'm gonna
now.
go with.
You're not.
I'm gonna go with when you're outside and it's pouring rain, and then you go inside and you finally change into like a hoodie and sweats or whatever, and it just immediately like warms and dries you off.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like that, just that type of
I
sensation.
hate
That was
feeling.
honestly similar to one I
I
had.
hate that feeling so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd put one that was like putting
like
on
it.
warm clothes
I like
right
that
out of the
pick as well.
dryer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. And then to start off the fourth round, this might be a little similar to Ethan's, but it's more so. It can be like a general thing too. When you're playing Xbox with one of the other boys, and then just one by one, all your, like your core group of gamer buddies all hop on like without even like like you unexpectedly, and then you're all available to play like all night, so you can play a bunch of
feeling
games.
you get.
Yeah. All right, Fabius, what you got?
Cheeseburgers. I don't know about you guys.
Jeff's.
More specifically,
Jeff's burgers were great, but I'm talking about that smash burger with the cheese melting off the side.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like onions, but there's onions on it.
just greasy as hell.
There's a couple of
Onions
pickles
in
and
the
a
burger.
tomato, and you bite into it, and there's no crunch, but there is that.
And there's that thickness to width good ratio too.
And it all pans out. Fucking cheeseburgers, baby.
Hell yeah.
Go
I
on.
love
good
good
one.
cheeseburgers.
I love cheeseburgers.
It's probably one of my like favorite foods all around.
Yeah.
You can do a lot with it too. Like you can almost change the meal you're eating by just changing the
You
toppings.
can make
of
a
it.
taco
why sandwich
cheeseburger.
is
You
my
put on the
favorite
salsa.
meal ever.
You put on the guacamole. You're like, got yourself a Fiesta cheeseburger.
That's what I'm saying,
brother.
dude. You can change it up so
It went from
easily.
cheddar
That's
to
Southwest.
pepper jack, but it's the same thing.
That's Southwest.
All right, we gotta hurry. We don't know how much camera battery we have, but Ethan, keep us going.
I'm gonna piggyback off food.
Yes.
I don't know how many viewers remember it. I know all of you should remember it. They had a name change, but Old Country / Hometown Buffet.
Oh my god.
Oh, yep.
Oh my
You're good.
god.
Yep, yep.
You're
My
gonna-
god, dude.
I'll shake your hand.
Just won the fucking draft. dude.
Damn
Fuck.
Man,
Damn
I'll
it.
shake your hand on that.
That was good.
All right, Justin, try to piggyback off that.
What do you mean try to piggyback?
Or, I mean, I'm like
off
trying to
the
like.
greatest restaurant to ever exist, man. Come on.
No, that was elite. That was absolutely elite.
Thank you. He's fucked.
There's like nothing I say compares to that. But I'm gonna go chipping in from 50 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah,
Good
my
one.
last one was gonna be planting a dart, but I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I've done it one time, and it was Delbrook from about 70, 75, 80 yards. One of the greatest feelings of my life. One bounce right in the cup for a birdie too. It was incredible.
The enthusiasm that everyone
Everyone
felt
went
for it,
insane, dude.
Just it's because you don't one, you don't expect it. Two, you don't understand it. But once you see that motherfucker
Yeah.
go in, you're thinking,
And you
I
know
just did
how
that.
goddamn hard it is.
Yeah,
to do-
yeah.
yeah.
you're thinking
Insane.
It's
Wow. Unreal.
Seth,
One
what
of the
you
best
got?
things ever.
Another one I put was when you're feeling real sicky and you know you got to puke, so you go and do it, and then it's not always guaranteed you're gonna feel better afterwards. But then when you puke and you just are fucking good to go again,
Yeah.
You're like,
That's
damn, maybe I should have gone into work today.
like
That second
Well.
one hits, yep.
got it out.
Rock and roll.
And then start us off for the last round, right?
Last
Yeah.
round, gonna be more boring, but leaning fully into Wisconsin. Culver's, man.
There you go. Dude, when you're pulling up, you have your window down and you can smell it.
Just going to get Culver's.
Stick
Yeah.
around your mirror, man.
Let me
Oh, yeah.
ask you if you want cheese curds.
What can I get made fresh for you?
You say both.
And onion rings?
All right, Justin, keep us going.
The pretzel bite.
Put the side of nacho cheese, please.
First day on a boat in the summer.
That's
There you go. Good one.
Like
Good
you
one.
officially enter that range where it's like over 85 plus. Now, not the first day on the boat necessarily, because obviously you can go in April, but you can't get in. I'm talking
water's cold
85
as hell.
plus. You can jump in the water.
Water's
You can
decently
like
warm.
fish. You can do anything, man. That day, peak is the peak.
You said 85 when you're not too cold, not too hot, but you jump in the water and you get out and you feel rejuvenated.
Yup, and it's like a
Yeah.
refresher.
Yeah, it's
crisp.
you can smell the air and you say,
This is
"Pack, baby."
Yup.
Yeah.
that
Alrighty.
feeling right there.
All right, Ethan, your last pick.
I
why
got.
the
I think I've
Illinois
already
come
won
up
this
here.
draft, but I think I'm gonna slam dunk it right now. I'm gonna go snow day.
Oh, good one. Good one.
Especially when you're not sure and you wake up and you're like, do I have school today?
Yes.
Your parents are just like,
But like it says it, but it says it, but it says it in time so you didn't get ready yet or whatever, so you can just go right back to bed. All right, Fabe, what's your last?
I'm actually gonna, unfortunately, piggyback up this buster. Fucking hockey.
Yeah, hockey with the boys.
With that pond hockey.
Oh, dude, we gotta
Shout
record
out.
hockey for the
With-
pod
with-
one
yeah.
time so they see
It's-
what we're
Honestly, we
talking
probably
about.
should.
The
Yeah.
idea that goes through my mind because you never know if the pond is gonna freeze over, but it slowly gets to that 1, 2, 3, 4 inches where you can actually step.
Will we be
on
able
it.
to
Fabe,
play
I'm not
this
gonna
Saturday?
lie. No, we can't, sadly.
Damn.
Fabe, I'm not gonna lie. That I can see that as a first round pick.
Yeah.
That's a good
It's-
one.
Yeah.
Pond hockey with the
Many
boys.
may not understand, but
Pond hockey with the
Oh,
boys
man.
is just
It's
one
it's
of the
a-
best feelings.
because
in the
you know
world.
you got food in the back.
Yup.
You got the drinks ready for
Food,
you.
tons
Oh.
of drinks.
You got some of that unlimited aggression that you got ready
You
to
can hit
let
people out there,
You
yup.
can
Yeah.
move around.
but
you
you're
can
on ice, so you really can't do too much.
Yeah.
It's like the perfect
It,
mix of
it really
You can get the
really
aggression
brings
out.
it really makes it a level playing field.
Yeah.
And so hockey is my Tom Brady pick.
There you go.
Off to you, Evan.
All right, I'm gonna finish with when 4th of July weekend falls on a Friday.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. That's a
Yep,
good one.
good one.
I was thinking Memorial Day too.
Yeah.
Get hammered with the boys for
Yeah.
America. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. For my job, I have to work on the 4th of July. I work on most holidays.
Sucks to
Well,
suck.
Not
nice
most
when it
holidays,
does
but there's
that
big holidays in the summer.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday thing.
Yeah.
Where you're like, all right, I'm out of this bitch.
Yeah.
Or even, yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, we don't know how much camera
Who
bad.
won? Who won? By the way,
Yeah,
comment
let us
that. Who
know.
Yeah.
won?
Let us
Let's know
know.
who won this draft. Me, obviously, or Ethan. Me or Ethan is a fair
Hockey,
guess.
baby.
It's a good one. Pond hockey's a good one.
We play
I-
boot hockey, by the way. We don't actually use skates.
Oh yeah.
We don't,
we're-
they
yeah.
don't know that.
All right. We don't know.
We use skates.
We use skates, yes.
We don't know how much battery we have left, so we're gonna sign off right here. Thank you for yet again watching.
For
What?
hopping
Everybody's
in.
got to do their sign off.
All
First
right.
of all, I'd like to give a thanks to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
I swear,
But
this dies.
secondly, Louisiana hot sauce.
The nice
Sauce that
close
you
up
need with
there.
everywhere you go, and if you're ever within 10 feet
Yeah.
of it, you need to have it.
Tubs
but
of
most
it.
importantly,
Tubs of it.
if you don't have anything to drink, you know you got flavor with Louisiana hot sauce.
I love
See you,
hot
Fab.
sauce. I'm running low.
Little swig to send us off.
Yep.
Oh, that's
You gotta
good.
peel the thing off.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, look at the teeth.
Not the teeth.
Get you some of that.
Get you some of that Louisiana's, baby.
Oh yeah.
They say
Come
one
and
drop
get
is
it.
all it takes, and that's just to get you hooked.
Thank
like
you for
heroin.
joining us.
It's like heroin.
All right, and that'll do it. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all the above. Follow us on every social media platform known to man. Ethan, send us off. Nightmare, 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 nightmare.
Allahu Akbar.
A disgraceful act.